going to talk to you guys about some winter running gear. So I live in Minnesota where it's really cold in the winter. Usually for a good 3 months, it doesn't really get above 10 degrees. And if it does, everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's super hot out, so they all run outside. I know I'm kind of a wimp, and some people give me crap for this, but I like to do a majority of my running in these Minnesota winters on the treadmill. Just because the footing, going outside, Minnesota winters, it's ice. It's basically sheer ice unless you're running around the lakes or somewhere where they take really good care of the sidewalks. You just never know when snow is going to fall. You never know when a blizzard is going to hit. You just don't know what the road conditions are going to be like. And it's really like, it sucks because you might wake up and there's like 6 inches of snow and you cannot run outside because it hasn't been plowed. The sidewalks haven't been plowed. You're literally stuck on a treadmill. And so a lot of the winters, I basically rely on the treadmill for probably anywhere from 75 to 90% of my running. The reason I do run outside is sometimes it is a nicer day, and yes, 15 degrees does feel nice when you're used to like sub-zeros and all that stuff. So even if you decide that you're going to do a lot of your running on the treadmill, it's still nice to know like what do you wear outside when it's, like sub-zero or whatever. So I've done a lot of running in sub-zero temperatures before, mainly just like races or long runs that I cannot handle doing on the treadmill. I also do a lot of my easy runs outside because I feel that doing the workouts on the treadmill is better. You're not really going to be able to hit those paces outside on the ice. At least I have a hard time doing that. And also your muscles have a hard time kind of warming up when it's really, really cold outside. So I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the things that I wear in various temperatures. And I think I'm going to start at about the 40 to 50 degree range. I think a lot of people kind of have a good handle on that. What I like to wear is I like to make a good use of these race shirts that you get. So it might be like a tech tee, tech long sleeve, or even if it's a cotton shirt, I just wear a cotton long sleeve. Any long sleeve I have is pretty much going to do the trick. You don't really need to do too much because your body is going to warm up, and 50 to 60, or yeah, even in the 60s, 40, 50, 60 is going to feel pretty warm when you're running. I would recommend maybe in the 40s using gloves and a headband if you prefer it. Definitely gloves, headband maybe in the 40s. So lots of long sleeves, and you can really use any long sleeves, like any junky shirts that you might like throw away in your closet that you've had forever, like run in them. Like anything that looks throwawayish and junky, that's what I run in when it's 40, 50, 60 degrees out. So then when you kind of get into the 30s, it gets a little bit colder and you have to start making kind of a little bit more smarter choices about what you're wearing. So I like to wear a lot of thermal long sleeves. And the fabric on the inside, you can tell, is quite different. These are way thicker than anything like this or a Lululemon, long sleeve shirt. Oh, it's so cute, And yeah, they're cute, but it's not going to do the trick. You just need to stock up on long sleeve that have like the thermal, like that Under Armour type of feel. I have gotten some at Target for literally like $15 to $20. You don't need to go crazy. You don't need to go to Nike and spend $80 on a long sleeve. Go to Target, go to Walmart, feel fabrics. And if you can find anything that's like, that thick feeling for a long sleeve, buy it. Even by men's, it doesn't matter. As long as you get something that's warm, it's probably going to be under a jacket anyways. So when it's in the 30s, definitely start whipping out these thermals. And I would recommend maybe having like 3 to 5 of them you can switch out, or, start off small, buy one, see if you even run outside this winter. But yeah, and you can also, Nike, if you want to go the more expensive route, they make zip-ups like this. They're very soft. I love these. And these are even cute, like if it's clean and you just want to look like you're an athletic person, walking around. So I like, there's different thermals you can get, expensive or cheap. And then in the 30s, sometimes like with the wind chill, you might think, oh, I need a jacket. That's a really good idea. You might want to add on another layer. But be careful. If you're living somewhere like here, Michigan, like anywhere north of like, I don't know, Kansas, be careful what type of jacket you're going to invest in because these are very expensive and you want something that you can wear when the wind chill is super cold, because on those days, those are the days you're going to need it most. So I will look through through all the jackets that we have, and I found one from Running Room, and just feeling the fabric, you can tell that this is really going to withstand wind. A lot of these jackets you get, they're super flimsy. It's like, it's not even going to do anything, you know? Like, it's almost just for looks. Oh, it's like a raincoat. But you need something that has a fabric that's going to, like, block the wind. Because the worst thing in the world is when it's, like, 20 degrees out and then you got super bad wind or whatever. So wind blocking material. Nothing special, but just really feeling it out and, like, touching the fabric and thinking, is this going to block the wind? Very important. And that doesn't really come into play until you're, like, entering maybe the 20-degree range with high wind chills. So that's something to look out for. Another thing, leggings, very important. I start wearing these when it's in the 30s. Once it gets probably below 10 degrees, that's when I start wearing 2 pair. And, you know, you can get really thick ones or thin ones. I would recommend just getting a variety of different ones. Target sells them, Nike. You can really get them anywhere. Again, these are probably going to be like the thermal is your best bet, just like the thermal long sleeves. So think, when it's 30, wear thermal. In the 30s, you can start wearing that thermal stuff, and it's going to feel really good. Also, hats and masks. Wearing a mask when it is probably 10 with a high wind chill. So those are just some of the things that I like. But now I'm going to talk about when it's like really, really cold out. I'm talking like sub-zero. You're just going to want to like layer up like everything you have basically at that point, because it's so cold that you need like more layer, like sweatshirts, regular sweatshirts. I'm talking, so this is what I might wear. I'll have like my regular shirt, like a tank top or a long sleeve on, put on a thermal, and then I put on like just a sweatshirt, and then I'd probably put on another like thermal type of thing, and then a jacket, like a thick jacket, and then I would have my mask on, I would have gloves on, and this would just be like a sub-zero run with sub-zero temps. And so that's kind of like how you would stay warm in those situations. And I really try to limit it. If it's sub-zero with sub-zero wind chill, I would say like limit it to under an hour, because it's going to be really cold. I know people have done 20 milers and sub-zero wind chill and everything, but definitely not for me. I would rather run on a treadmill for 20 miles. So with that, if you have any questions, you can post them below. Thanks.